Not really. Just go with the flow. I'd like to put all my right stuff on first before my left, but I don't do anything out of the ordinary, do you know what I mean? Or anything silly. What will be, will be.
Coming to Australia from the UK,
Yeah.
so you've had a very successful career in the UK as well. What's been the biggest culture shock that you've found coming to not just the law, but the A-League region?
Not open to be about that. Like it's different. It's completely different to the UK, and the way football is here to where it's there. Over there, it's rough and ready, and it's 100 mile an hour, and you're at it constantly. Here, it's a little bit soft. It is a little bit soft. It's like we all speak to people with respect, of course, but when you go across the white line to play games or to train, what gets said up there is meaningless. 9 times out of 10, it's just to make you better or try and get a reaction from you. What I find here, it works the opposite way.
Right, okay. What about outside of football? What's been the biggest thing? Have you had an encounter with a huntsman spider? Or?
I've had 3 huntsmans at the Austin family, yeah, so we're just waiting for the big mummy one to come.
How big were they?
So it was big enough. They was big enough from what we've seen. But no, do you know what? I haven't seen no snakes. I haven't seen none of that. But the kids and the wife, this is an amazing experience. I've said it numerous times. It's an amazing experience. Different lifestyle to the UK. I mean, where I live, there's kangaroos just bouncing around. Like you just don't get that in the UK. One, you don't get kangaroos in the UK. 2, you just don't get that. Do you know what I mean? Here, it's just been a special, I don't know, day in, day out experience so far.
Obviously, the family have come over.
Yeah.
It must be great to have that support there. Obviously, initially, there was a bit of coming to and fro and all that, but at the end of COVID and all that, and you're saying it's a great experience. What's been the best thing so far about moving to Australia?
I know the outside opportunities, I think, for the children. If I speak about them first, the outside opportunity for them. Back home is because you haven't got the guaranteed weather. You haven't got like the outside living as such. Whereas here, everything's based on outside living, really. I'm 20 minutes to the beach, the dog parks, everything. Do you know what I mean? The experience it's going to give them. For me and my wife, it also just gives us a different way of looking at stuff. We just roll around. Back home, you get noticed as such, and it's not what you really... This is part and parcel of your job, and it's amazing to get noticed, and it shows how well you've done in your career and achieved. But sometimes when you're together and you just want a quiet meal with your kids or something, you can do without it.
Coming to Australia, obviously, we talk about the culture difference and all that, and the football difference. For you personally, obviously, we've talked about your family and the great, experiences there. What's your favourite thing so far about Australia? Even Southeast Queensland, probably more Southeast Queensland.
Yeah, I'd have to say the lifestyle, mate. I know everyone thinks I've come for like a holiday and all this stuff, but you'd have to say the lifestyle. How can I moan? Look at the weather, like. Majority of the days is beautiful blue sky and it's like 20 plus degrees and that's what you kind of come for. You come for that experience that they have that, and then that when the weather's like that, you can bring other experiences, can't you? You can go out and enjoy the outside living as such with a wife, with the kids. I don't know, just a new experience for me. What I haven't liked is trying to get used to the training in the heat. Now, that's what I mean, but going on holiday, sitting in a pair of shorts, having a beer, lying down, relax and jump in the pool, that's different. When you've got to go to work and train in the heat, do you know what I mean? That's a different scale altogether. And that's what I find I tell my wife, Bianca, when I go home, I tell the lads when I speak to them back home, like, it's tough going in the heat. And I know it's, like they say, this is only just warming up, so.
Are you a sweater? Because a mate of mine used to...
No, not a horrendous sweater, but I think it's hard not to out there. You know what I mean? It's hard not to. Not a horrendous sweater, but I think, I'm getting the old sun cream in the eye. I make novice mistakes at the moment. Sun cream in the... About 5 minutes, wiping sun cream out my eyes and all that kind of stuff, you know.
Because the sun is brutal.
Of course, yeah. And it's like you say, not only for me, but again with the kids and Bianca, when you're going out, back home you don't need to... you do, of course, but you're not putting it on religiously. Whereas here, every time you go out, you've got to put it on.
Oh, absolutely.
Pretty much, ain't you?
One thing you'll find here at Suncorp Stadium when you play here, the northern end of the stadium, there's a reason they call it the cauldron. It just holds the heat.
Does it just in there?
Particularly at the northern end. It's just, so get ready for that.
I will do.
You've played at some pretty amazing stadiums already in your career. Suncorp Stadium is one of the best stadiums in Australia. Have you had a chance to have a look through the
I
stadium?
just had one sneak peek when just before, obviously when I come in, I just wanted to have a look. Looks just like the UK. One of the big stadiums back home, it looks amazing. So for me, it feels like home and such. I'm not going to be, listen, I'll be, have my own nerves inside for myself going out onto the pitch. But it won't because we're playing in the stadium like this, because I'm used to it. It'd be more, I need to go out and perform for Brisbane, do you know what I mean? So
you still get nervous when you go?
of course, I think when them nerves go, I think that's kind of, I don't want you to try and get too far ahead of yourself, or you get carried away. I just think it's good to have nerves. It is good, but I've played with people where nerves have got hold of them too much and they've been sick before training or need to go to the toilet. Me, it's just like in the stomach, right? It's more excited nerves. Well, I just want to get started and get going, because when you go across that water, now I'm in control now. When I'm on the pitch, I feel like I'm in control.
Coming from the UK, obviously we did a couple of Alexander Albrecht and for the boys that come from the UK. Who have you linked up with?
Well, Jay and Tom. Jay and Tom, so live so close to me. We're in the cup. We drive in every day together. So it's an easy one. And the younger boys are all good, but Jesse Daly gets dressed next to me, so I speak to Jesse every day and stuff, and he's a good kid, and he asks me hundreds of questions. But I like it. I like speaking to them all. Do you know what I mean? But so it's easy for me to say the two British boys because they're near me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, everyone's has been good as gold to me. To be fair.
What talking about some of the younger boys, obviously like Jesse and some of the earlier runners,
Yeah.
and that sort of thing, and some of the NPL boys stepping up into that first time over the past pre-season. What advice have you been giving them? Because obviously they would be coming to you because you've had such an extensive career.
You've got to work hard, mate. You've got, it's so easy. It don't matter whether it's my job, it's your job, it's the cameraman's job, it don't matter. You've got to work hard at your job. To achieve anything in your section of work or your work environment, you've got to work hard. It's an easy one to say, but it's a non-negotiable really, isn't it? Let's be honest, you have to work hard. And you've got to grab them opportunities when they come. Well, in football, same as anything, you might only get one chance. That's how fast football moves. You might just get one chance. And if you're not ready, then the person that's behind you might be ready. He might take his opportunity before you, and then you're running up that hill. Do you know what I mean? You're running into the wind already. I just say to you, you've got to work hard, but be ready to take your opportunity. Be ready. Listen, it might not be today, it might be not next week, it might not be, but in a month's time, when the team or when the manager calls upon you, you've got to be ready to take your chance.
You would have been given so much advice over the years, growing up from a 6-year-old through to your professional career now. Is that the best piece of advice you've been given?
I think as stages, listen, mine was work hard, something will happen. My dad always say, look, work hard, keep doing what you're doing, someone will be watching, you just never know. I was like, yeah, Dad, all right. Like, by the time I'm 15, I'm like, nah, that's never going to happen, like, whatever. But then it did. And then Sean Dyche should come in and just said, look, we do non-negotiables. Work hard, you work for the team, everything's more for the team and all that. And that was where he kind of took it from, do you know what I mean? So that helped more than anything.
Who was your sporting idol growing up? It doesn't even have to be in football.
No, this is easy to say my dad. My dad decided to play football, is something that obviously I looked up to. But I think it was Alan Shearer. Guy scored 260 Premier League goals. He was England's captain. He wore the number 9 for England. Like, for a boy, English boy looking at football, Shearer was my man.
If you were stuck in a deserted island, who would you want with you or right? From the boys?
From the boys. I'd say Jay, one being Jay, right, because he's got good life skills. I feel like he'd help us. Then we need someone, I don't know, Henry Hall would make me laugh. So I'd need them two, I'd go with them two. I couldn't have Tommy because he wouldn't know what he's up to. But he'd just want to sunbathe the whole time. He wouldn't be helping us. He wouldn't be helping us, would he?
It's funny because a few people have said Jay because they've gone like, he's got 3 kids. He can survive that.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
You've got, what was it, 2 kids?
Yeah, I got 2 here, 1 back home, so 3 in total. But so I think we'd find a way. Me and Jay would find a way with something what's going on. Yeah.
And of course you've got to always eat.
Yeah, you need some Henry just to make you laugh, some one way or the other.
Yeah, no. What's your karaoke song?
Like my first song, my initiation song is "Stand By Me." Yeah, because the easy one, it just like repeats. Do you know what I mean? Easy one. But I don't know, Oasis song, get everyone going, and it's an easy one.
Well, Charlie, we're so stoked to have you at the club this season, and we look forward to seeing you smash some goals in. There are going to be a lot of kids in the crowd who will be looking up to you. What would you tell them right now so that they can, if they want to emulate you and your career?
Got to have fun. You've got to have fun. You've got to enjoy what you're doing. You've got to work hard. I guess trust the process. And what will be, but you've got to seize the opportunity. When the opportunity arises, you've got to be ready to take it with both hands, because I'll do the best job in the world. I've been very fortunate to do the best job in the world for the last 13 years, and I hope it continues for a few more. So yeah, look, if anyone could go and try and replicate what I've done or live the same life as what I've done, the same path, then it's an amazing opportunity, amazing lifestyle.
Perfect.